Hello, Culture Matters podcast. Here's 30 Days of Thought. Page 33, 34. Remember to read to think, write to develop, listen to hear what is unsaid, speak to let go. Here's our quote. The sheer mass of life experiences intertwined in heaped conversation and expansive volume creates opportunity. Talk. Don't be afraid to speak to a stranger because everyone has a story to be heard. As sayings go, this one holds the weight of the worlds. The sheer mass of life experiences intertwined in heaped conversation and expansive volume creates opportunity. When we let our guards down to essentially open ourselves up, anything is possible from there. So pass, go, collect $200 and start your journey. Lean into discomfort. Life has officially started, and you are authentic and approachable. Life has a fickle way of twisting and turning, and we never are quite sure how we fit in each other's movie. But be it for only the debut or a lead role, this journey we are on is together. Biology holds truth over us that we are meant to connect. We are supposed to rely on each other because then we create an observer and observed relationship. We get real with ourselves and each other, and we find truths we never deemed possible. We find a certain truth in approachability that becomes a necessity in the meaning of purpose. After all, if we can survive cooperating with one another, learning from each other's actions and reactions, and common contribution of innate mechanisms of fulfillment, then that trail needs to begin with being approachable. No ship has ever sailed, no cathedral ever built, and no family has been fostered without someone or some task being approachable. Find it within, learn it, and create it. Talk. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers. Be approachable. Now, my season of approachability has ebbed and flowed over the years. I'm coming out of a season of winter into somewhat of a springtime. The last few years, I have not been approachable. I spent most of my time reading, listening, observing, working deeply behind the scenes with people that must be approachable. What is the chief executive officer in an organization outside of an integrator, a visionary, a facilitator of human potential, attracting talent, inspiring talent, facilitating talents, integration in the big picture, asking questions, telling stories, making points, selling, marketing, leading. Behind those people are people that help support them, both within the organization, outside of the organization, various advisors, mentors, role models, coaches, professionals. Winter. I've been in a winter, necessary winter. Research and development, service, leaning into conflict, solving day-to-day problems, working in the trenches. That doesn't mean that I can't be approachable. How do I have conversations on the Culture Matters podcast where I'm not caught in some dichotomy of only listening or only hearing myself talk? Because in the past, before the listening ear was unsaid, the writing to develop, it was just listening and reading books and talking. Those are the only two things, or the primary mechanisms of my behavior. So writing the book, working through 30 Days of Thought, helped me develop, think in another medium, release. Interviewing people on the Culture Matters podcast has helped me learn to listen. And another in another context, in another way, to inquire, to engage, to learn more deeply about people beyond assumption, beyond inference, beyond just book knowledge, but the knowledge of someone's life, what they have to say at every level of depth. I have not been approachable in this winter of research and study and practitionership as consigliere advisor. But it doesn't mean I don't have to be unapproachable. I can be approachable. There was once a time where I may have been overly approachable. Something Nietzsche said, where is he? There he is, about someone that's so quick to throw out their hand to another. It's lonely, something like that. Life has officially started. You are authentic and approachable. Life has a fickle way of twisting and turning, and we never are quite sure how we fit in each other's movie. But be it for only the debut or a lead role, this journey we are on is together. You may have people that are in your life for a short time or a long time, and you theirs. How approachable am I? Biology holds truth over us that we are meant to connect. We have the capacity to connect with one another, to empathize with one another, to understand each other's story, to feel pain when another feels pain. How much am I utilizing that in my journey? How intentional am I? How present am I? Am I paying attention? Am I present? Is the phone down? Am I with you? At that dinner, at that meeting, am I there? Am I thinking about the topic at hand? Have I prepared? Have I done my research? Do I have my remarkable or my notepad to take notes? Am I writing things down? I won't remember. Am I writing down names? Am I writing down topics and content from conversation? God, don't change me for being me. All that intention, all that work, there's so much value there. So much value creation in that intention, because it's energy. If I put more energy into a relationship, I end up being transformed by it, and it as well. The relationship transformed as well. My counterpart transformed as well. We are supposed to rely on each other because then we create an observer and observed relationship. Relationship. We're a ship headed towards a destination, and we are relating to one another. There's a relation, me relating to you, you relating to me seeing how you could do something better, you seeing how I could do something better, and together we could do something better. We grow together, we cooperate in our culture and our business. We find a certain truth in approachability that becomes a necessity in the meaning of purpose. You know, I'm in the pursuit of meaning more than the pursuit of happiness. Happiness is like a drug. Meaning is a building block. It stacks. Happiness has to be replenished. Meaning holds firm. I think it's got a longer half-life, lasts longer. But we need conflict for meaning. I need to be strong enough to stay in the conversation, to stay in the conflict, to not quit, to persevere, to push through for the meaning. I have to win over myself. I may have to compete with other people to see if I'm really good enough. I have to cooperate with other people to win because I'm not going to win this alone. The team that you don't get to see, that without them, I can't even talk to you. I'm not releasing this alone. We're a team. We're a team. Meaning comes from hardship, from working through adversity. There's pain in meaning, and there's pain in happiness. There's pain underneath both. There's pain supporting, impelling both, manifesting both. What am I doing with my inversion? What are you doing with your energy? Creating, consuming? Well, we're always doing both in one way or another. We have to eat in order to poop. We have to earn to spend. We have to spend to earn, because when we earn, that's someone else's spending. We're all connected. Don't be afraid to speak to a stranger, because everyone has a story to be heard. Yeah, a stranger is a real thing, because before I know you, you're a stranger. But I think you're less of a stranger to me after we come into proximity with one another, relative to how much of a stranger I am to myself. Because everyone has a story to be heard. As sayings go, this one holds the weight of the world's. Approachable. I hope that in these episodes, I'm demonstrating being more approachable, more open, more just fleeting with you. And this podcast is helping you be more approachable. Approachable to think, approachable to learn, approachable to serve, approachable to share your videos through 30 days of your thoughts, reading, writing, listening, speaking. That's something that I'm hopefully going into spring, and will be revealed when things get harder, hotter in summer. As consequence, things start getting hot, Yeah, it's interesting. It's like R&D, growth, the growth you don't get to see, you haven't participated in. We've come in through, as of this recording, in winter, now spring, and new, serving our client partners, now going, heavily into telling the story and revealing more of myself and marketing more of what we're about in spring, and all the growth that's taking place, that will take place. Massive growth will take place as a result of spring and summer, and we can reap that experience, those new hardships, new adversities, from all the work, all the April showers bring May flowers. That's what comes to mind. And then we're going to pick the flowers in the summer and have the parade and celebrate the growth. But when fall comes, we better be ready for winter. Just the ebbs and flows, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, the ups and downs. And slowly, before you know it, your life is completely different, completely changed. I can say with certainty, I've accomplished a lot of what I set out to accomplish as a young boy. These arbitrary goals. I'm just glad that who I'm becoming is someone I want to be. I'll see you on the next episode of Culture Matters Podcast.